Hello everyone, welcome. It is my pleasure to announce or welcome TPP, aka Tim Parent. Tim Parent is the creator and co-host of the Pieces to Wellness podcast, a huge advocate for decreasing the stigmas that surround mental health, and an author of his self-published book, Never Underestimate the Power of You. He has helped facilitate peer groups in his community and has future hopes of becoming a mentor for willing participants who want help in restructuring their lives. Tim inspires and supports others through what he has learned, and with vulnerability that very few people have, in speaking openly about mental health challenges. He gives back on the bright days only because he has survived the dark days. Tim, thank you so much for being here. The floor is yours.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Taylor, obviously. So, welcome to Tim's Tools for Mental Wellness. I always talk about tools a lot because there's so many things out there that can help us that we don't even realize that they can help us. And sometimes we do those things and then we don't realize what a positive impact they have on our lives. Some of the things I'm talking about that might be easy to access is your five senses, your vision, hearing, smell, touch, taste. They all can apply with something that can benefit your mental wellness. Something I like to call routine maintenance, because here in this Western fast-paced world, we are more proactive instead of being, or we aren't proactive, I'm sorry, we are not proactive, we are more reactive. So I came up with this thing called routine maintenance because we all have vehicles, or we've had vehicles, we know how they operate. We have to put gas in them, we have to put air in the tires, we have to change the oil, and if we don't do these things, we have to suffer the consequences. And it's the same thing with our bodies. If we don't take care of our body and mind, we're going to suffer the consequences. So we have to keep up on this routine maintenance. And some things that I like to include into that routine maintenance checklist are connection or engagement, exercise, movement, healthy sleep habits, medication, rest, downtime, food, nutrition, gut health, breathing or meditation, acceptance and a willingness, laughing, smiling, and a hobby or something that you love to do, something that brings joy into your week. Time management, money management, these are all things that can help keep you on the wellness side of the spectrum. My name is Tim. I am many things: a friend, a father, a lover of music, an advocate for mental health, and a podcast host to Pieces to Wellness. But I am not limited to one thing. I self-published a book and facilitated peer groups in the community. I feel that I need to give back, help others, educate, inspire, and support the ones who face mental challenges, just like I do. I'm fortunate enough to be standing up here and speaking, but the truth is, this isn't easy. I struggle too. I have doubt too. But this is necessary. These events, these conversations, they're necessary. I tried to face too many hurdles at one point in my life and ended up becoming buried, which ultimately resulted me wanting to end my life. There I was on the bathroom floor. It's not that I wanted to die, I wanted the pain to stop. How can I stop this? And I didn't know how. And of course, when we're in that emotional state, there's no logical explanation to why you're there. But there was something that picked me up and brought me to, I picked myself up. There was something inside, maybe a muse or something, and it picked me up and I drove myself to a hospital, which started the whole snowballing into becoming a mental health advocate and standing here today. So I pushed through despite all those things. I am also 1 in 5. 1 in 5 is the number of people who will be affected by mental illness in any given year. The person you work with, living in your house, your neighbor, part of your family, or maybe it is you. There is a high chance that your life has been impacted in some way by knowing, losing, or loving someone who is 1 in 5. It has been said over 200 million people worldwide are affected by depression and anxiety. I am one of those people. Some things that I have learned: show up. Every day, show up. Try new things. Learn self-compassion. Set goals. Write down those goals and do one thing daily to bring you closer to those goals. Work hard, be yourself. Stay in your lane. Be honest. Laugh. Create healthy habits for yourself. The less resistance, the greater the chance of starting the work. The less friction, the more energy you will have to do the work. The less intrusive thoughts, the more headspace and focus you will have to continue the work. Stop underestimating yourself, and never underestimate the power of you. Perception is another huge variable. It's a powerful piece of all of this. It's the way we see things. It can shape the way we live. If you think you can't do it, well, you probably can't. And you probably won't even try with that mindset. If you think this or that is creating suffering in your life, well, it probably is. Change the way you look at things, and those things will change with it. How we speak to ourselves is another big variable. It's not I have or I suffer with depression or anxiety or any other mental illness on the list. It's I live with. These things may be a piece of me, but they do not define me. You are not a diagnosis or a symptom. I really want to emphasize the importance of positive, reassuring self-dialogue and a solid foundation of self-love, because it will make your inner dialogue more empowering, authentic, and lead to your overall wellness becoming whole. You have the power to change almost any situation you're in. So that's good news, right? I mean, that's saying we have some power? Right. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. You with me out there? Yes. Good? Yes. All right. So let's start by practicing kindness. Practice gratitude, not only to others, but to ourselves. Focus your awareness on the things that serve you on your journey and watch how it spills over into what you do in your days ahead. You are the author of your life. You steer this ship, you hold the pen. Change your awareness, change your life. Instead of focusing on what others think or say, focus on what you really want and do your best at achieving that want. Figure out the necessary steps included in retrieving that want. Don't worry about the price, just pursue the steps that are involved with relentless forward motion. We all have the fire, we just need that spark. My book is all about realizing that power that is already within and finding that spark. Using practical tools to help you along your path, digging deep and figuring out what is helpful for you and what is unhelpful for you. Continuing to do the things that serve you and discarding of the things that sabotage you. Become a mad scientist and dissect all the parts that you need to learn about. Because I can tell you one thing, the more you dig and the more questions you ask will only lead to more questions. Once you realize that you are in control of what you allow, where you are headed, and that all you need is already within yourself, you have taken the first steps on the right path. This is your vessel. Steer it in the direction you choose. Like I said, you are the author of your life. You hold the pen. You wrote chapters. You can write new chapters. The choice is all yours. Life is a series of choices. I hope you choose courage over comfort. I hope you choose to heal and grow. I hope you choose curiosity over judgment. I hope you choose kindness. And I hope you choose you, always. I hope this is your spark. Thank you.